Let me tell you about the fire that just happened. So the day before yesterday, I had an incident in the shop. And as you may ascertain from the beginning of this video and the intro, I had a fire. So I was on the lathe and I was turning something and I put my tool down. Well, I put it on top of two other tools. I've done this a million times. And you can see the tool rolling off of the lathe and onto a wire that is underneath resin. It immediately catches fire, and I go around and I'm going to pull the cord out and I'm going to stomp on it and try to put it out, but it starts blazing up. So you see me run over and grab my fire extinguisher and put it out. Oh, shit. Now you just saw the video and how it happened, but let me tell you how it happened. The night before, I was doing the pencil bowl, the Pointless Endeavor bowl, and I'll put that link right over here if you haven't seen it. And at the end of every video, you see the beauty shots I do with the music, and it's on one of these. Oh, I thought it was right there. It's not right there. one of those little turntables, and I put it on the lathe right here. Well, this light turns on and off by the lights in the shop going on and off. So I have to take this cord and run it over here towards the wall and plug it in over here. And last night after I got done, I forgot to move it. I have dropped my tools in front of my lathe there 100 million times. It is a hell of a shot that it hit this little cord inside there and didn't hit right next to it anywhere. Another thing I didn't do was clean up the resin from the bowl I was doing right before that. Normally if I'm doing a resin project and then I'm switching resin projects, I take and I sweep up all the resin and I put it in a plastic bag if it's pure resin. And this time I did not. So there was a lot of resin shavings all over the ground there. You could see them. And as soon as that spark hit, boom, it ignited. Resin shavings are extremely flammable. Resin shavings are extremely flammable. So you got to make sure you clean them up. Don't put any extension cords in there. Just try to be safe. I'll put the aftermath right here. You can see how smoky it got. You can see the tools burnt up in this photo right here. And yeah, and it messed my mats up that are there. But I've got some extra ones over here. That was scary. My heart was thumping. You think of a lot of things when you're inside your shop and things that can go wrong. You know, you're worried about the table saw. You're worried about getting your fingers caught in the lathe and tearing your finger off or whatnot. Safety's important. You don't think about a fire. I've had quite a few of my friends from Facebook and YouTube that have had fires in their shops and lost everything. Brian Gidney over in Texas, he lost everything. His neighbor's house went up and then burned up his shop. I learned my lesson from that, seeing their shops go up, and I do a couple of different things to make sure that I don't have a fire. Normally I sweep up immediately after I'm done turning. I also brought in 2 fire extinguishers. I've got one right here that you guys just saw in that video. And then I got one on the other side of the shop because you can't always get to where you need to go. All right, well, you can see anything can go wrong in a shop, but you got to maintain your head and just get over and fix it. Make sure your safety protocols are all in place. All right, guys, I appreciate you stopping by. Please be safe in your shop. Make sure you have a fire extinguisher handy. I almost burned up my shop, and if I wouldn't have had that fire extinguisher, it definitely would have happened. I don't even want to think about it. All right, guys. I appreciate you stopping by. Until next video, stay cool.